In this video, we're going to explore the fractional parts of a circle because I believe that this is really going to help us understand our unit circle. So if you recall, the unit circle goes between 0 and 2 pi. So we start our unit circle at 0. Over on the left-hand side, we have 1 whole pi. And when we return to our starting point, we return to 2 pi. So the first circle that we have here is cut into 12 equal pieces. Okay? So when we think about this first piece here, it's actually 6 pieces on the top and 6 pieces on the bottom. So when we think about the top half going from 0 to 1 or 0 to 1 pi, this is 1/6 of the top. This is 2/6. Whoops, not 2/3. 2/6 or 1/3. This is 3/6 or 1/2. We have 4/6 or 2/3. We have 5/6. We have 6/6 or just 1 pi. Then we have 7/6. We would have 8/6 or 4/3. We have 9/6 or 3/2. We have 10/6 or 5/3. We have 11/6. And then over here, 2 pi is the same as 12/6. Okay? So this is where, when we're talking about fractional parts of the circle, okay, this is where the lower hemisphere of that circle comes from. We're talking about splitting up the top half of the circle into 6 equal pieces. And when we think about that, like we have here, the first pi piece is 1/6. Okay. Second one, 1/3, 1/2, and so on and so forth until we go around the entire circle. Now, we can also cut our circle up. Okay. We can also cut our upper hemisphere into 4 pieces, or a total of 8 pieces on our entire circle. So again, remember we start here at 0. We have 1 whole pi over here. And this 0 is also same as 2 pi. Okay? So when we think about the fractional parts of this upper hemisphere, this first one here is 1/4. Next is 2/4 or 1/2. Next is 3/4. The next is 4/4 or 1. Then we have 5/4. We have 6/4 or 3/2. And we have 7/4. So right now we should notice some things, and I can complete it out with 8/4. We should notice some things here that when we look at that positive y-axis, 2/4 are 1/2. And when we come back to our other circle, we have 3/6 or 1/2. Same thing with the lower, we have 9/6 or 3/2. And we have 6/4 or 3/2. These are where the different radian measures come for our unit circle. Okay? So as we are building our unit circle and we're talking about the different degree or radian measures, okay? We start with 0. Then we have 1/6 of a pi. Then we have 1/4 of a pi. Then we have 1/3 of a pi. Then we have 1/2 of a pi. Now we have 2/3 of a pi. 2 pi over 3. Let me rewrite that. Okay. Now we have 3/4 of a pi. And now we have 5/6 of a pi. And now we have 1 whole pi. So now we go 1/6 more. And remember that pi is the same thing as 6/6. So now this is 7/6. We did it again. Okay. And the next one, that's another pi over 4. This time, since remember our pi is the same as either, it can be the same as 6 pi over 6 or 4 pi over 4. So this next pi over 4 is 5 pi over 4. Now, counting by sixths, the next one would be 8 pi over 6. But recall that that will reduce to 4 pi over 3. Now we end up with 3 pi over 2. And then we have 5 pi over 3. We have 7 pi over 4. And 11 pi over 6. And then we get back up here and we have 2 pi. So you should notice that all of these numbers came from dividing one circle into either 8 equal parts, where each hemisphere has 4 parts, or 12 equal parts, where each hemisphere has 6 parts. And that is all we need to do to determine what our radian measures are for our unit circle.